welcome to my YouTube. I'm Aliyah Morales. I'm going to be posting about everything in regards to faith, family, motherhood. You can hear the talking and stuff in the background. I am not trying to show up perfect. I am trying to show up, and I hope that the wisdom that God has placed in my mind, because the people that He has placed in my life, that I can share that all with you guys and take you through the journey, because I truly believe that this year my life is going to change. And the last time I said that God was going to give me a huge gift for my 25th birthday, and guess what? He gave me a baby. I found that I was pregnant 2 days after my birthday, okay? So, not saying that pregnancy is going to be that this year, but I'm saying that when I tell God that I want to have a big year, He definitely does His thing. So, I am claiming that this year is going to be an incredible, wonderful year. But we all know that faith without works is dead. So not only am I going to connect with God, but I'm going to ask Him to give me the discipline, consistency, and strength to be able to execute His will and purpose for my life, so that I will be able to do all things that He has put me on this earth to do. So I pray that you resonate with the stuff that I'm talking about. And if you don't, come on, challenge me. Let's have a conversation. Let's build community, because one thing I think is so true is that I love disagreeing with people, because I feel like that is what this world is lacking right now, where instead of people trying to find middle ground and communicate with one another and really understand each other's differences, we just are quick to separate each other and separate. And one thing that I'm understanding now is that, I don't always want to talk to people that I'm in agreement with, because there's not a lot of growth that happens there. So if there is something on my page that you disagree with, that doesn't align with what you believe, let's talk about it. Let's understand each other's POV. And ultimately, everything is not about right or wrong except for Jesus. But aside from that, let's have conversation, let's build, let's connect. I am grateful if you took the time out to watch my video, and I hope to see you soon. We are going to call my segments Amen Aliyah. But if you guys have other names for me that you think are going to be cute, drop them down below, because I want to be a talk show host and do public speaking more, and this is going to be my portfolio. I want brands, people to look at my page and my husband and I's page and say they need to be here. So I'm doing the work for God to do the rest. I am tired of saying that I'm going to do things and not do them. To learn how to do things imperfectly, just to do them, and then over time, obviously, increase my standard, make things as better as I can. But I feel like so many of us have that same exact thing, where we try to do things to perfection and it ends up making it worse, and we end up not doing anything. And I am tired of that. I am tired of seeing the same things repeat itself on my vision board year and year again, because I didn't do what I said I was going to do. So this year, that is coming to an end. And it's not because I'm in this new year, new me thing. It's kind of something that I've been working on over time at the end of 2024. But now this 2025, I am committed to doing the things that I know are going to make my life better, make my family's life better, and overall make me a better person. So to start off the year, I'm doing a fast with my church. That's all I'm going to say about it. But I feel like it's very important to fast so that you can hear God clearly and understand what it is that He wants you to do. I have a baby, by the way. And again, this is with the perfection thing. If I can only film if she is not around or something like that, then it's going to make it really difficult for me to be able to do that. So I'm going to do it. You guys have heard baby sounds in the background before, so it's nothing new. But I think, like I said, with fasting, it's really important to keep God first, keep God at the center in order to let Him lead you and direct you, because oftentimes we try to create this own path for ourselves and it ends up not working out well. And I think one thing that I learned from 2024 and all the years before that is that when I try to do things my way, God sometimes will allow you to do things your way, but then you end up having to clean up mess and start from scratch once you realize that you have to humble yourself and go submit to Him, for Him to lead you. So this year, instead of me trying to start something, I am going to listen to what God tells me to do first and foremost and go that way. And so I think the first week of this fast is going to be really important for letting God tell me this is where He wants me to go, this is how I should do things, and letting Him be the leader of all things in my life and not putting Him in the passenger seat like I've done in the past. And that is a huge realization, because it means that I have no idea what's to come for this year. But I pray that it's going to be amazing, fulfilling. And my prayer all the time is to always ask God to reveal to me what His will is, and for me to fulfill my purpose on this earth. So I can't do that unless I talk to the Creator. My pastor always says that you can't really understand yourself until you can understand who created you, the manufacturer of you. So that's what we're doing. So this year I really am praying for some big things. And I truly believe that your life can change very quickly. And this is the first time in my life where I feel like not only do I have the right resources, but I'm exactly where I need to be in terms of having the right people, the right mindset, and also just understanding how to connect with God, how to hear Him and listen to Him. So I can really do anything, but I have to be obedient. So like I said, this is a year of imperfections. I'm doing laundry as usual. My husband's walking around the background with my baby. My dog is shaking her ears every chance that she gets. But at the same time, if I wait until the perfect moment of things be perfectly silent and the house be super, super clean, or for me to feel like everything is perfect, I'm never, ever going to do anything, because nothing is ever perfect. And as someone who is a retiring perfectionist, I understand that I have been hurting myself so much by not just doing things and trying to perfect them, and I don't want to do that anymore. So for me, it's going to be really important to doing a little bit each day until I navigate perfecting the craft over time rather than trying to show up perfect. So just for full transparency, some of my goals this year is to grow my social media page. I really want to get back into writing. I want to do partnerships with brands that align with who I am, and I want to make sure that everything that I'm doing is honoring God. And even like I had a video on TikTok that went kind of viral, and the sound in the background was like, you know what, hell yeah. And although that's not a bad sound, I felt a little convicted that that was one of the videos that blew up on my page, when everything I post, I usually do to glorify God, whether it's in my marriage, being a mom, just daily life, being a good steward of it. I was like, why did that video do well? And so I think it's making sure that every single thing that I put out would make God pleased, that I would feel proud of. And I feel like if I use it as a standard, which my pastor again always says, that if you live your life horizontal rather than vertical, then you're always going to be striving for excellence in the way that God says excellence is, not in the way that people say things. Because you can always justify behaviors if you're comparing yourself to imperfect people, but if you're comparing yourself to a perfect God, then you're going to come close to perfect. Can I get an amen? So this year, I'm going to connect with the source, the one giver of all things, and pray that with His guidance, with discipline, consistency, hard work, that I will be able to build the earthly life for dreams. And as I call her, my guardian angel always says that when you strive for the kingdom, you get earth for free. So I'm trying to get into the pearly gates and live a wonderful life on earth. And so I say that to say, this is me showing up imperfect. And I really think that this video is going to age well, because one thing about it, God has always answered my prayers. I can never say that God did not answer my prayers. Anytime God answers my prayers, I realize that even if He gives me something that I ultimately didn't even want, He answered my prayer. He answers my prayers so specifically. And so now I feel like I'm learning that I have to pray for the right things and pray that He gives me what He thinks that I need and what I can handle, what I can manage. Because I'm telling y'all, God has a sense of humor, okay? I'm not gonna even get into the fact that I have been asking God to give me a forgiving heart, and He literally did something that I did not expect in order to change my heart posture. That had to grow me in ways that I really didn't want to grow. But that is what maturing is. It takes growth, it takes discomfort, it takes life experiences. And I'm not trying to be on the 2025 strongest soldier list of the Lord, okay? I'm trying to go at a really beautiful pace. But again, I'm also trying to just do what aligns myself with God, because I can do nothing by myself. So if you're watching this, I pray that this year is beautiful and wonderful. I pray that God guides you in everything that you do. And I pray that you finally have the confidence to utilize your God-given powers and gifts, because He has placed every single person on this earth for a specific purpose. And what I have realized is that if you do not use the gifts, ideas, and bring them to life, He is only going to put that into someone else who will. Because ultimately, every single thing that God has done in this world, whether we deem it as good or bad, and what He has allowed, is for His purpose. And so He is not going to stop His plans because you decide that you were not going to be obedient. You just won't get the life that He had promised you. He's going to give it to someone else. But we can all have it if we all align ourselves with His will and with His purpose. So, can I get an amen, Aliyah? My husband came up with that last year when I was supposed to do my YouTube forever ago. So, we're going to do that. Comment below, amen, Aliyah, if this resonated with you. And I will be back with another video soon. I really don't want to say how consistent I'm choosing to be, but I have something in mind. So I am going to show you guys instead of tell you guys. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a blessed week. Happy Sunday. And I will see you guys soon.